Hi, good day. As I've said 40 times before, I'm not gonna lie, this took me a few tries, but hopefully this is the one. So, my name is Jodie Russell, and this is my video presentation on a woman's perspective of COVID 19. So, the woman in which I interviewed, she's 46 years old, she's married, she has one child, she works a full time job, and she's Afro Trinidadian. So, while interviewing this lady, I was immediately able to understand and connect back to my readings from Red Up, in which she spoke about the sexual division of labor, as this woman was able to completely defy it, as she chose a job outside of the care economy, which made me think that I should focus my presentation today on the aspect of the sexual division of labor and the care economy. So that is what my two themes would be based on. So when I asked the woman about the roles she would play during the pandemic, she explained it was definitely tough, having to deal with many family members at once for an extended period of time was definitely hard on her, as she had to interchange into many of these roles on a quick basis, whereas she might speak to this one now as a mother and have to speak to this one as a sister, which often made her responses sometimes kind of off, and everyone might have seemed agitated, and then she would have had to act as the mediator and calm everyone down. So it was tough on her, as she had to conduct many roles, and oftentimes they would have been at the same time she's interchanging. So, and that could also be tracked back to the care economy, as I said, as Reddox spoke about, because women are expected to be the nurturers of the home, where they care for everyone, they care for the house, they make sure everyone is happy, and I don't think we pay enough attention to them, making sure that they are happy. So I then focus on the expectations of a woman. So I asked her the expectations that what was expected of her during the pandemic. And she said at home it was the basic things such as cooking, cleaning, but her family shared it up equally, so they were able to get through it without many problems. The only problem they really had was washing the dishes, and that was it. So she said at home it was not that bad, but by her father, no, her expectations were pretty high, because his wife died recently and she had to fill the place of her mother. So she had to cook and clean and make sure all his clothes was ironed. So it definitely put a strain on her, as many of these things that she was not accustomed doing on a daily or regular basis, she now had to, because it was expected that she would help fill the gap and care for her father in any way he expected things to be done. Sorry. So the responsibilities in which she had, I think it would have stemmed back straight to when it had to do with caring for her father. That was her main responsibility during the time of the pandemic. That, and also going to work, that was a major responsibility she had, as the job in which she had was is very demanding. So she would have to be up by 6, and she wouldn't come home until 11 o'clock back to back, and she would still have to go home by him and do all these chores, which was definitely tiring during this extended period of time, because due to the pandemic, everybody home more, you wash more, you cook more, you eat more, etc. So she said that she thinks she was coping pretty well with the pandemic. All things can be done through Christ, those were her words, as she is a very spiritual person. So she said that she was grateful for how she coped with the pandemic due to constantly being in prayer. And yes, and the impact the pandemic had on her, she said it had a positive impact, as she was able to connect closer with God. So the recommendation she gave for the state and society. So for state, she said that she believed they should implement a system in which women take the first half of the year off, then men take the second half of the year off, so that all the members of the family can equally share the roles and tasks, and that the children can spend enough time with both parents. Whereas with society, they need to be more accepting of having these jobs done by both male and female, and it's not just a woman's job, it's a everyone's job. And I actually agreed on her because I agreed with her because I had the similar situations and for state and the exact situation for society. So this was my media presentation on a woman's perspective on COVID-19. Thank you.